Hello investors, I'm Stuart Kruse and welcome to Kruse Asset Management's Chart of the Day. Today's Fitness Friday. We're not really going to be talking about how fit your portfolio is, but we're going to be talking about the coronavirus and how fit the population is and how fit their habits are. So the reason for this topic is I saw some cool charts from the Economist, and let's just, without any further ado, let's just bring them up. So there's just, I'm not going to draw any conclusions, I'll just let you look at the data. So here we have this one chart from The Economist that says we're all wearing masks, metaphorically speaking. And here's a chart of some countries and how they were wearing masks in the beginning of the coronavirus lockdown in April, is the blue dot, and about their mask wearing now. So as you can clearly see, there's been a big improvement or shift towards wearing masks, with the great exception of Sweden down here, which never did wear masks and is still not wearing masks. So that's where they're at here. The United States shifted considerably. China's the only one, or the only country, that went even got a little bit more relaxed on their mask wearing since April. And that makes a little bit more sense since they were in the heat of things probably in April, and it's probably tailed off since then. But let's look at some other cleanliness and fitness habits. So this is mask wearing, but what about everything else? Like they say you're supposed to wash your hands and other things. So again, the blue dots are April and the red dots are September. So the majority of the countries are not avoiding touching things in public. They're not washing their hands as frequently, and they're not avoiding busy places, which again, that's basically, hey, maybe we're just getting a little corona or COVID fatigue and we've got to get on with our lives. Now, that doesn't really explain the washing the hands part, but I can see if you're out and about in public and have decided to go out there, then, this red dot's going to move a little bit to the left. But still, we've gotten a little bit lazy there. So it seems like we're replacing our washing our hands with wearing masks, and that makes everything okay. But how does that shape up with let's say our friends in Sweden, because they've always, it looks like they're right along the whole lines with everybody else with public places and washing hands frequently. So with our friends at the World of Meters Health, this is some live data about total cases in the world, 36 million, the United States 7.8. But what I'm really interested in is not that we have this many cases, but what are our active cases per 1 million in population? And so total cases per million of population, if we sort it by that, where we find the U.S. is right around here at number 11, behind a couple countries like Israel, but still we don't want to be winning this race. Brazil is next in line, so they've had quite a few headlines. They have 5 million cases, so they're only second to us in total cases. But where do we see our non-mask wearing friends of Sweden? Well, they are way down here at 43, next to Iceland and the Netherlands and Belarus and some other countries that are around its area. So I'm not saying don't wear masks. I'm just saying that's not the end-all, be-all of the coronavirus, because there's been a great debate about whether Sweden's strategy played out correctly. And if we look at the United States, daily new cases here, we've gone up, come down, looks like we're leveling off, but now that it's going to get colder, I would anticipate this number to kind of move up. Our active cases are kind of flattening off. And then if we look at the total deaths in the United States, it's continued to climb. Here we are at 216,000 deaths, and here are our daily deaths that look like they're declining a little bit. But how does that look relative to Sweden? Well, if we go to Sweden, daily new cases of Sweden, looks like a very similar chart, up and then a big drop off. But what I find really interesting is coronavirus deaths in Sweden has completely leveled off. Because if we look at the daily deaths chart, that has come down, and has flattened off, even though they don't wear masks. So social distancing, being smart, probably better treatments, but just pointing out that the mask is probably not the be-all, end-all. So that is your kind of Fitness Friday data from Kruse Asset Management. I'm Stuart Kruse, signing off and reminding you to invest with the odds in your favor.